I'm going to talk a little bit about that David and Goliath story. And David he was just at that particular time. The David and Goliath story was David was the youngest out of 8 kids. He was the youngest out of 8, and they didn't really want him around. He was a shepherd boy. You know, he was taking care of sheep, and his brothers were all enlisted in the army, and they had all these nice jobs and things like that. And you know, he was just doing regular taking care of sheep and a shepherd guy. And what ended up happening was there was a fellow by the name of Goliath. You know, he was very big guy, and what ended up happening was he wanted to take over he wanted to conquer. Saul. There was the Israelites and the Philistines, and the Philistines wanted to dominate the Israelites, and they had the go-to guy was this Goliath guy. He was a giant. He was like big guy. That time they had giants, and if you look at the archaeology back in the past, like 6,000-7,000 years, even more than that possibly, they used to have people who were 12 foot, even very big guys, and he was around 9 feet tall. A lot of this is hidden from the public. I mean, they try to take out that from the record books because it kind of contradicts a little bit of evolution. We're not going to get into full detail of that. But what ended up happening was this Goliath, he was called by the Philistines to, like, you know, he's like, you come and you're going to help us take over, right? So he's like 9 foot tall, and nobody wants to mess with this guy. They're like, everybody's like, Saul, like even King Saul was a pretty big guy. He said, you know what, man, this guy, anybody he faces, he just wipes them off the face of the earth. He's so big, and on top of that, he had armor to protect him. And the thing was about Goliath, he was a giant. I mean, you don't want to mess with this guy, but still, he was, you know, if you really think about it, he was very insecure because on top of that, he had armor, plated, like 100-pound plates and big spears and everything, just to protect himself. But one-on-one, nobody could mess with this guy. So what ended up happening was, you know, they're in a panic. The Israelites are in a panic. They're like, we don't know what to do. We're gonna end up being slaves to the Philistines. So what this King David, like, nobody wants to mess with this guy. They don't know what to do. Like, they tried to physically fight with this guy. Everybody, they can't do nothing. They're toast, you know. So David heard this. He said, who is this Goliath, you know? And one day Goliath is just he's growling, you know. He's a big giant. Have you guys watched wrestling? Andre the Giant? If you remember some of this, he was about 7'6" or something like that. But giants, they have a very strong vocal. Kind of like when after graveyard. So this guy is mumbling, you guys will worship. You guys are gonna bow down to me. I come here every day looking for someone to fight. You bring your mightiest man, and I will take care. It will be like nothing to me. Bring your might. I challenge you, Israelites, to bring the finest warrior you have, and I will crush him like he is nothing. So this King David heard this, actually David at the time, the who dares to come against the son of, who dares to come against the mighty Lord, right? So this guy is really, he's praying and he's doing all these things. He said, how can somebody just come and blaspheme us and like we are garbage, you know? He said, you know what? Saul, King Saul, he bowed down, you know, he's the king. He said, Master. He said, Master, I will fight this giant. He said, you're a little kid, man. I don't want you to die, right? It's like, I can't have that in my head. He said, look, I've killed bear and lion with my own hand. He has a slingshot. He kills the animals. They try to get the sheep, and when they think they're running away with the sheep, he goes and he kills them with a slingshot. He said, don't worry. Just like I took care of the bear and the tiger, I'll take care of this giant. You know. So he had confidence that he could do that, but it was not. He had confidence in who he trusted. He trusted in, I don't know what your guys' spiritual belief is, but he trusted in his God. And sometimes in life, when we have good people around us, we could be like in a situation like David is. We could be a small person. We don't know nobody or nothing, right? It seems like that to the world, but because we are learning something, we're learning about success, that one day we'll face our Goliath. So I'm going to go back to the story again. Is that so? Then he faced this. So he said, "Okay, man." He said, "Okay, son. You know what? Good luck. May God be with you." And he's like, "Whew, this is not going to be good." Right? They all think he's going to die, right? Even his brothers, they're probably like, oh, I hope God really helps him because he doesn't stand a chance against this giant. So he comes with his slingshot, and he's like, Goliath is like, you come to me with this little handsome boy with a sticks? And you think you can defeat me? I will feed him to the birds. So he's like, feed me? He's like, and he's not, if it was me, the guy is 9 foot tall, I'm not even 6 foot, I would be running, man. So he's like, he said, no, Goliath, I'm going to take care of you, and not only I'm going to feed you to the bird, I'm going to cut your head off, and then I'm going to feed you to the wild animals. And then so one of them, it's like something's going to happen here. So what ended up happening is I think the giant is coming and slow, right? It's like a, slow movement. So David just took a slingshot and hit him right against it went through his forehead, and the giant dropped dead. And then he did what he said. Eventually, though, he became the king. And the thing is, when we have a good character, we can also be a king. We can overcome our giants in our own life. We are human beings. We make mistakes. We have certain things that we need to take care of. So when we start to look at not, instead of looking at our own self, oh, I got this problem, I'm like this, or I need to work on this. We work with the team. We work with you know, you can work with a spiritual thing, or you work with your friends. You know, if you have a strong, if you guys have a strong belief in the people around you, it could be family, people that care about you, it could be God or whatever, right? If you have people like that, don't take them for granted, because life is short, and they can help you become successful. If you have a mother or father or a friend that is encouraging you, and that will help you get to help you overcome your Goliath. And even our own life, sometimes there's no one there, because when we're struggling, we have some secret things that we need to take care of. We can do all things as we instead of thinking about lack and limitation, that I can't do that, man, that's way over my head. If you start thinking that, hey, you know what, I might not be able to do this, but I believe I can do it somehow, some way, I will overcome the Goliath in my own life, and I will build character, and I will build success. So that's what I just want to leave with you guys, is never limit yourself by your own, by any unlimited belief. Take care of that unlimited belief. Okay, why am I thinking this way? How can I improve? Who can help me? And who's there to help me? And when you look for answers, seek and you shall find, like a good book says. So thank you very much, and God bless you guys, and I look forward to hearing from Slava. Thanks.